All right then. So the WINtelligence logo is getting an upgrade, a new look, and by way of explanation, I do want to make it clear that however smart you are, however brilliantly you plan your bets, you are not always going to get your own way. I mean, I hope everybody understands that. I'm sure they do. I think that it's certainly true that a lot of gamblers go into casinos thinking that somehow the laws of numbers, of common sense, of logic, and all the rest of it will not apply to them, and they will walk away with tens of thousands of profit after risking only a few $100. And they're crazy, and anybody who thinks that these games are predictable and will always be beatable is fooling themselves. What I'm trying to get across is that it just does not make any sense to bet randomly against random outcomes, and it makes no sense at all. It is unintelligent to go into these games with insufficient resources to carry you through the tough times. That's all I've ever been trying to get across in what 15 years of the blog online. It's now nearly 30 years since I first ventured onto the World Wide Web with my theories about betting, about challenging house games in casinos. And nothing has changed. Nothing ever will change. Sometimes you're going to hit really tough times, and you're going to have to work very hard to make any money or to protect your money. Because that's the thing that you have to remember. Your bankroll is a single weapon. It is not a lot of little weapons all strung together. It's a single cudgel, bludgeon tool, or whatever. You cannot constantly think about protecting the bankroll, because what you do when you break it up, when you use it in little stones instead of big rocks, is you put it at risk more than you're saving it or protecting it. That's just a point of view. I get that, but WINtelligence is the only way to go, in my opinion. Okay, so this is just a quick update on my intellectual or philosophical or factual battle with Casino Matchfaker, as I like to think of him, the guy who trashed the whole idea of progressive betting in general, and my strategy, pattern betting, which is controlled progressive betting in particular. Having done that, he then completely did a 180 and started promoting an ancient progressive betting strategy called Oscar's Grind, which was apparently, according to legend anyway, created about 50, 60 years ago in the early days of legalized gambling in Las Vegas. Well, it's probably even longer than that, because I think that dates back to 1931 or 32. So we're looking at 70, 80 years, something like that. Doesn't matter. Oscar's Grind is crap. The problem with it basically is that it strings you out for a very long time, trying to recover your losses, and then when you do eventually turn around, if you do, then you end up with just 1 unit in profit after a lot of very, very hard work and a certain amount of risk, which admittedly is less than with pattern betting. But I've always tried to get across the idea that tackling these games without a big fat bankroll is just sheer nonsense. It ain't going to happen. But Casino Matchfaker is in the business of luring people in, particularly to roulette games. But he's there to bring the sheep or the lambs into casinos. And I don't think he ever left the casino business. I think he's just changed his job. He's now a sort of front door man with a sandwich board and a loud hailer, drawing attracting, piping people into casinos. The thing with roulette, of course, is that even single zero roulette has a 2.6% house edge, and you're never going to get over that. And if you bet randomly, as he recommends in most of his crazy strategies, then you're never going to beat the zero-based edge. And you must always bet based upon your target, what you need to win to get out of trouble. So anyway, this is just one block of 10,000 baccarat results taken from the archive of Baccarat Win Pro outcomes. Mr. Matchfaker is certainly welcome to suggest a different block if he wants to, or to insist on a random number generator being used to create the Baccarat results. He can do what he wants. He's not going to change the truth, and that is that his idea is crap, and mine may face very serious challenges from time to time, but it isn't snake oil, and snake oil is what Casino Matchfaker goes in for in a big way. Does it very nicely with lots of cartoons and drawings and winning grins and all the rest of it, and he throws money to his a little bit of money now and then to his fans on what the hell is it called, Discord, and he booted me out of his Discord discussion group, demonstrating his belief in the principle of free speech and tackling your critics head on. Anyway, never mind. This is just one set, and here's the Matchfaker result, the Oscars grind result, and yeah, there is no doubt about it. It's a win. £5,000, £36 an hour, risk of just 17,900 as the worst case scenario. This is in columns N and P. 7,550 is the bankroll low, but you're looking at a less than 1% return on total action. Action average 71 pounds, dollars if you like, whatever, donuts, peanuts, whatever. It's 71. Hop back to my version. I have an average bet of 204, a total risk of 152,000 versus his 18,000, and a bankroll low of 34,000 versus his 7,500. So if he wants to complain, Mr. Matchfaker, that his is the better strategy, he's certainly entitled to do that. But I'm looking at a 10.2% return on my, or hold of my total action, and 1,600 an hour, whereas he's looking at vastly less. And all I can ever say to people is make up your own minds. It's up to you. All I can do is put information in front of you, and you can do with it as you will. Okay, so whenever I start a new one of these things, I try to remember to stress that I have no way of knowing what's coming next. I don't have some sort of encyclopedia, genius level, Trump genius level brain where I know in advance, I've memorized the shoes and I know exactly what to do. I mean, anybody who's watched a few of these demos, even just a few minutes at a time, will know that the strategy never changes unless I announce changes, which are, the difference between skipping and hopping and whatever. But the basic principles never, ever change. And I suppose it would be helpful if at the start of every new session like this, I remind people that I could get into terrible trouble, that pattern betting is not completely infallible, It's not guaranteed to win, and so on. But I try to assume that people have at least a little bit of common sense working between their ears and don't need to be hearing the obvious from me every time I click on a bet. I sometimes I wonder because I just had one guy sending me a note that he didn't understand exactly what I was doing, and he suspected that nobody else could either, and that I was the only person in the world who could understand pattern betting. And I'm thinking, I mean, how simple could it be? It's just a matter of do what I do, and yeah. I get that. If the guy hasn't even bothered to look at the demos, then he might find it a little bit hard. But that's sort of like saying, well, you don't know the ending of a book because you haven't read it. I mean, it's come on, jeepers creepers. Okay, so we're good there because I have a rule that says that if I'm betting less than 100, then I will take 75 as a turnaround payback or payoff or profit or whatever you want to call it. And if I'm betting 100 or more, then I insist on earning at least $100, pounds, whatever, pickles, potatoes, at every turnaround. That's just me. So that's what I do, and you don't have to follow everything that I do. I just say that if you get into trouble, then it might be a very good idea to fall back to the absolute, stickling, sticking to the letter of the law. But that again, it's up to you. I don't, what can I say? That's 51. Second. That's a repeat because it ain't enough. And now that's 1-2. And now it's 3-4 third. 1-2-3-4. Damn it. Hate those ties. There we are. Okay, so then we ended up with, we had 75 before, and now we've made another 175. And that's just, because these strategies that people keep promoting that pay you only a single unit profit when you finally manage to claw your way out of the hole, that's just nuts. That's just silly, in my opinion. Apparently, I don't say "in my opinion" enough. 51 second. But anyway, you can't keep all of the people happy all of the time. Ain't that the truth? Oh dear. 1-2 third. 3-2 hopping. And wouldn't you know it, player wins and player wins again. Damn it. 3 player wins. 4 player wins. Oh, finally. 5-4. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to call it 1-3 for the commission. And it's 4-5 second. There we go. Okay, so did we make it there? Yeah, I think we did. I think we did all right. Okay, so we're still on the banker minimum. Always fall back to the minimum. When you get your money, when you get your payoff, never forget. Minimum. 51 second on the bank. Repeat. And there we are, back to the min. Double for the loss. How can that guy say he doesn't understand? I mean, I have no idea. Okay, that's a double for the tie. I think that's good enough. Back to the min. +1, +1. Excuse me. That's a repeat. Now we're on 2-3, third on the bank. 1, 2, 3. Oh, jolly D. Back to the men. +1. 51. Double for the tie. 100 or less. Good enough. Okay, so we're 19 wins, 16 losses. We're 1,156 ahead. We've got 18 players and 22 bankers. So, you know, you're doing all right. I'm doing okay, I reckon. Minimum. Oops, that didn't work. Double for the loss. Am I in the right place? Should I have hopped? 1, 2 on the bank. Oh dear. 3, 2 on player. There it is. That was our win trigger. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh shit. Pardon me. 3, 4. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good enough. Didn't make a lot that time, did we? Minimum. Double for the tie. Oh, Christ. Sorry, I really hate ties. I hate ties and I hate commission. There it is. I have to live with that. That's 1, 2. Good enough. Minimum. +1. I mean, to me, this is really very easy. It's ridiculous to be affected by just one person, but then you start thinking, well, I mean, how many other people out there don't understand what I'm doing, that think that this is a sort of mysterious, unknowable strategy? I mean, what bollocks is all I can say, in my opinion. I'm going to keep saying that now. Oh, dear. There we are. Minimum. $51. Repeat. $51. 2, 3, third. 5, 3. Hopping time. Don't know what happens when it does that. 5, 3 it is. Oh, all right. So we've just run out of shoe. Save that shoe. Start new shoe. I don't want to start going through these demos as if I'm talking to a bunch of morons, because I know I'm not. But you know, sometimes I do get extraordinarily silly questions. 5, 3 on the bank. 8, 6 on the bank. 8, 10 on the bank for the commission. That worked out, didn't it? All right. Minimum. +1. Plus another one. That's a repeat. And back to the min. Double for the loss. 1, 2, third on the bank. 3-2, hopping. 3-2 it is. 5-4. 1-2. 3-4. Yes, I'm trying not to be paranoid. Double for the tie. Bugger. Plus max. Repeat it. 3-4, third on player. Bugger that too. 7-4, hopping to the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we can call it, I guess 7-9. It would be 7-8, but I've got those down commission to worry about. So 7-9. Uh-oh. All right, 16, 20. Damn it. 3.5, 4. So that's 8-4. I think we'll run away from this one. Look at it. It's 7. It's not nice, is it? So 8-4 on player. Like I'm always saying, sometimes you have to work a bit harder than you have to work other times. Mm. 8-4, but we're waiting, I think. There it is. 4-5. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, look at that. Okay, the thing that I sometimes forget to remind folks about, because like I say, I tend to assume that the people who are watching these demos have a better understanding of games than the people who watch the likes of Vegas Matt and Mr. Handpay and Exposed and Steve Will Do It, although he's no longer on YouTube. Bobby Rivas and Dijen Dalt and all of those people who are basically, fit into the description that I put on this particular session. Sort of amateurs playing very badly because they're all betting randomly, they're all betting recklessly, they're all sort of demonstrating jeopardy and excitement and a kind of a basic horror story. And they. I don't think that the people who watch these demos are the same people who watch those shit shows, but I could be entirely wrong about that. I'm frequently wrong about things, but one thing I'm not wrong about is random betting against random outcomes is dumb. So, anyway. The norm for these games is ping pong, back and forth, Win 2, lose 2, win 1, lose 2, win 3, lose 2, lose 2, win 3, etc., etc. Ping pong, back and forth, And every so often you'll come across something really shitty, like the shoe that I just abandoned. And who knows, we will find out at the end of this little session whether or not it was worthwhile for me to leave. And this is one of the many reasons that I love this platform. It gives you all the information that you need to play better. And that's very helpful. And it's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to augment, supplement, support that. It's my best effort, that's all. And I have never said that this is completely and utterly unbeatable. It is not. But you stand a hell of a lot better chance with this method, than doing your own thing, betting randomly, betting emotionally, whatever. How many of those did we win? We got 100 there, 125, and then we lost 100, so we've got to repeat that one then. And repeat it again. There it is. So we're back to the min. Bloody ties. 51 second on the player. 2, 3 third on the player. 5, 3 hopping. 1, 2, 3. 8, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Better call it 2, 4, I think, because of commission. 6, 8. There we have it. That also covered the commission, so that's good. That's what that's about. And again, that's up to you. You don't have to do that if you don't want it. I just don't like commission, so I fight it. And all those commission substitutes, I mean, people talking about, this is great because it's a no commission game. I mean, Vegas Matt not long ago had a session where I think he had a huge bet out. It was like, I don't know, 500, 600, whatever. One on banker, but it was a 3-card 7, so it was a push. That's a huge commission bill. Much better off. I mean, if he'd been paid, like let's say it was $500, that was a push. Well, the commission on that is 25, but he had to pay 500. So there you go. Anyway, now I've lost myself. I do that when I natter. That I think is a repeat. No, I think I was wrong about that actually. But I'll have to accept it because I boo-booed. Double for the loss. 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What did I just lose? So it's going to be 3, 5, isn't it? 3. No, that was the third. So it's 3, 2. But we've got to wait for player. Oh, we just got it. Oh, damn it. Sorry, I'm obviously not at my best today. Oops. 5, 4 serves me right. We would have been out there if I'd been paying attention. 9, 10, third on player. Ow! 2, 1. Not worth hopping, I don't think. 2, 1 on the bank. 2, 1, so we better make it. I'm going to make it 20, 11. 31. 2, 11. 31, 25. I'm back in hundreds only because of the commission thingy, which is such a pain in the ass. 31, 25. 56. I'm going to call it 6. So, okay, so we got commission sorted there, didn't we? We didn't make very much for for our risk there, but we're looking at 11 wins and 15 losses, and we've got nearly 10 grand. We've got 9,700 as a shoe balance and 4,400 as a session balance. And, all I can expect of you guys is make your own judgment. I'm not really I've not got a gun to anybody's head. I'm not selling anything. I'm not pushing anything. I'm just gently suggesting that do it this way and you'll beat the bastards. Do it your way and they will beat you. Simple. Yeah, in England they like to say simples because there's these really annoying commercials that have been going on for years and years where they have meerkats that speak with a sort of, whether it's a Dutch or German or Afrikaans accent, I'm not quite sure. But at the end of it, they say simples when they're trying to push across whatever the hell it is they're selling. And this is the funny thing about commercials, of course. You'll think, oh, yeah, I remember the meerkats. What are they selling? I don't know. Food for thought, huh? 5,400 on the bank. And look at the money they stole there. It stole 5,400. That's 10% they took, isn't it? How does that make any sense? No, that doesn't make any sense. Look at this. Oh, I don't get it. All right, never mind. I'll sort it later. Because obviously they didn't take 600 because it would be reflected down here. So they must have taken 300. Anyway, we got our money back and we're going back to the minimum on the bank. I'm very distracted today, apparently. It's shitty weather and I didn't sleep well, so I'm very sorry. Repeat. +1. 51 second on the bank. Double for the tie, 100 or less. Oh, duh. 3-4 is the third, which I better call 3-5, I think. So that's 8-5, hopping 2-player, and there's the bank. 8-5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is tempting to just say, okay, well, we'll just repeat the prior bet, but you know, we're trying not to be greedy. So that's 3-4, and there it is, money in the bank. Last one. The last one. Oh, you can keep this up forever, mate. Last one. Double for the flipping tie. Okay. That's a repeat. We got it. Double for the loss. 1, 2, third. Okie dokie, back to the minimum. Very, very important. Always go back to the minimum. Repeat. Minimum. That's 3-2 on the bank, isn't it? Look at this, 3 in a row. Player wins after that, you know. But you 4 in a row. But you don't have control over that stuff. 5 in a row. Damn it! 5-4. Okay then. 5-7 on the bank. Just squeaked it and we covered the commission. So happy camper. Minimum on the bank. +1 on the bank. 51. no repeat. All right, so save that. 5,300 is a pretty good session balance, I think. We'll have a look, see where I went wrong. First one, 28 into 45 or 28 into 31. Well, I mean, you can see the difference there. It's about, the average win was about 150% of the average loss. That's an easy one. So that was uneventful. Next one, shitty. Oh dear. And we ran away where? Here. And looks to me like it would have been an easy win if I'd stayed. But you know what? You don't run away on the assumption that you're automatically going to get into greener pastures, or you're going to jump out of the frying pan into a safe zone. You just do it because you don't feel comfortable about staying where you are. You're feeling pressure, you're feeling stress, you're feeling whatever. Your comfort, mental health, mental well-being, I do actually hate the expression mental health, I don't know about you, mental well-being, coolness, calmness, comfort, happiness, most important. So that's why you bail out, you gag, get up and go. So here we have 7 into 2,000 or 13 into 8,600. Well, then again, there again, it's easy to see that I failed in my attempt to win more when I win than I lose when I lose. So forgive me for that, but let's see what happens with the next one. 26 into 19,000 and 27 into 8,400. Well, duh, we did it again. So that's that, right? Anyway, see you next time.